guys and welcome back. I'm Kazem and in this video I'm planning to talk about the type promotion. Sometimes we want to promote a data type to a class. For example, we could have a data type called object. I want to specify to specific classes and not all the classes. And we can use these specific classes in our code. And sometimes I want to actually uh, try to make a nullable class, promote it to non-nullable class, and make it non-nullable at all. And let's go and check it our code. And I think it's better to learn it by coding, not just by explaining. First, I'm going to create a class called object, create a variable called object, which has a name called name, and have a value called cousin. And if you want to print this code over here, and like this, you will see that the console should be cousin would be printed over console. But if I want to try to use a function that is related to the to the string, it throws an error because Dart cannot understand what exactly is this data type. What exactly is an object? Is object in a string? It doesn't understand at all. So we need to make it understand. And for example, if the name, which is an object, is type of is subclass of a string class, you should understand that a string is part of an object in Dart. Any class is somehow related to the object. Object is parent class for all classes in the Dart language. If I put this code over here, you'll see that there is no error at all because it understands that name is a string. So we can use length, which is a method of a string in this class. And somehow my internet is slow. Let me refresh the code and you will see, should see that 5 in the console. As you see, we make the code the Dart interpreter understand that name is a string, and we can use the method of a string in our code. And that's the for first part. And sometimes want to set nullable class to not null to promote it as not nullable. For example, we have a variable called name, and if I want to print this name over here, you will see that there shouldn't be error for now. Yes, you'll see that there is an error and set name is not nullable, but you set it as null. It's not possible. You need to somehow set a variable to it, set a value to this my variable. So if I want to use it like this, I can just set the name as cousin, and if I run this code, you'll see that print cousin will print in the console because I pass a value called cousin to this client to this variable and make this not null. I fill up this space in the memory for this variable. Let's go a step further. If I have a parameter, for example, if I have a method, I want to create a method which print name for me, and it has a parameter called name, which is null. Okay, if I want to print this name over here, what do you should see this part? You see that nothing at all. Let me just okay. What you should see that null would be returned. But if I want to create if I want to read the length of this name, you'll see that length cannot be used over here because name is null, and we should somehow make it not nullable, not null in order to use length method. So there is some method in order to do this part. One of them is we can, for example, use to question mark in order to replace this value if it's null. For example, if the method is null, name is null, then you should replace this name value, which is null right now, with a string of null. Okay, and because of that it can have a value which it can have left. So this is the first method, which is super easy to use but somehow pragmatic if we have a big program. So this method is not recommended at all for this part, for this situation. If the situation allow it, we can use part. So there's another way. For example, if we need to make sure that the name is not null, and we can use that exception. Okay, if name is null, then you can just simply throw an error. Okay, throw an exception to the console, and which is name cannot be null. So any developer that use your method should understand that you need to be the name should be not null. If it's null, then you should somehow fix your code. Sometimes the methods are not written by ourselves, and because of that, the problem arises a lot. So you can use these methods to actually promote a data type to your classes and skip some situation, solve some problem in your code. And I think that's enough for this videos. We learn how to make a not nullable data type, not nullable to the non-nullable, and somehow um, to promote a class to that and to an object. For example, make a general class to a specific class. And that's enough for now. If you like my video, please consider leaving a like or even subscribe to YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and happy coding.